Bill Gates doesn't give a fuck if you live or die. Don't you fucking get it? But taking action is the best of all. That's from the motherfucking dollar. If I leave here today with you liking me, I didn't do my job. I didn't do my job. And I very seldom leave with anybody liking me, so I know I'm going to do my job. And I'm not here to insult your ethnicity, but I will. I'm not here to insult your religion, but I will. I'm not here to insult your gender, but I will. Because in the real fucking world, nobody gives a fuck. And political correctness is nothing more than a manifestation of lack of fucking self-esteem. You want to fit in. You want people to like you. Why? Because you've had poor fucking role models. And who's your role model? Mommy, maybe daddy, an older brother, a grandparent. How were they made to be put in a position to create high-performance people? They have no training. There are people in this fucking audience today. Now, I'm not going to embarrass you by asking you to raise your hand. There are people in this audience today that have never been spanked by their parents. They've never been reprimanded by their parents. They've never got in a schoolyard fight. They wouldn't say shit if it was in their fucking mouth. And you wonder why the world's so fucked up. I can see. And that's why I call you snowflakes. Because you melt under fucking pressure. Show me your friends, and I see that JC has copied this. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Do you want your kids to grow up like the guys you hang with, that you fucking chill with? Bill Gates doesn't hang. Elon Musk doesn't hang. Warren Buffett doesn't chill. Henry Ford didn't chill. Steve Jobs, who I knew, didn't chill. I don't chill. Sally and I were in Verona, Italy, on the getting ready to get on the Orient Express 8 or 10 months ago. And we climbed up to some Roman ruin on top of some mountain, and we ordered a glass of wine, or we tried to order a glass of wine. We waited 45 minutes. And Sally turns to me and she says, I think we're chilling. And I go, what do you mean? What do you mean? I says, because we're just sitting here doing nothing. We couldn't even order a fucking glass of wine in 45 minutes. So I had a father that never took a day off and worked like a fucking dog. I.e., what do? I don't take a day off and I work like a fucking dog. And what do? Because your weenie vagina parents are lazy cunts, you're a lazy cunt. And you're going to breed lazy cunts. So my dad served in 2 wars, Second World War and Korean War. And he raised me like the military. I.e., then I volunteered. I saw my dad volunteer twice, so I volunteered during Vietnam. You do not what your parents tell you to do. You do what you see them do. I used to work 100, 120 hours a week. I saw my dad never take a day off in 28 years. Just think if your kids are patterning themselves after you, what a sorry fucking bunch of shit that's going to be. Yes, 25 years I've been doing this. And when I do it over again, no. I grossly underestimated how hard it was, how insecure, how insipid, how limp you were. And one of the reasons that the current generation is so fucked up is because they want to be everybody's friend. It's lonely at the top, kids. Warren Buffett only has one friend, Charlie Munger. Bill Gates has one friend, Melinda Gates. Steve Jobs had no friends. Ray Kroc is McDonald's, had no friends. And look at you. You got a plethora of fucking friends, or people you call your friends. How much sacrifice are you willing to make to achieve your goals? I'm not talking about getting your willy wet. If you can't get your fucking willy wet, you ought to metaphorically commit suicide. By the way, all my product is free on my website. I don't sell anything. My book, my tapes, everything, podcasts, webinars are all free on my website. About 10 years ago, I decided I went from the highest cost product online to zero because everybody complained, oh, it's too expensive. It only cost them 10 cents to make a DVD, and he's charging us $800, which I was. And I said, well, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm going to take the last fucking excuse away from the little weenies that they don't know how to because they've never been told and they don't have the information. So we started giving it away 8 or 9 years ago, and all the gurus that you know the names of contacted me. What the fuck you doing, Pena? You're killing us. Most of what you've heard heretofore about success, about personal development, about getting your willy wet is like that big hunk of shit there. It's all shit. That's dinosaur shit. Most of the people that have made any money in this business have made money by putting asses on seminar seats, writing books, DVDs, podcasts, etc. There's very few of us. And there's nobody that's made millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, billions, tens of billions, and hundreds of fucking billions. Nobody. Yet you still listen to them. Because they tell you it's fucking easy. It's a motherfucker. There's nothing easy about it. Okay, you read all the podcasts, you read all the stuff. See, you've been deluded, bullshitted into believing that reading is taking action. You've been deluded into believing that listening to a podcast is taking action. It's not. The only thing that's taking action is pulling the motherfucking trigger. Take fucking action. And the reason that you've been the way you are is because you're desperate to fit in, and your parents have been desperate to fit in. It's really, QLA is really, and the QLA stands for Quantum Leap Advantage. QLA is really the psychology of the high performer. And I've been blessed to be around some of the greatest performers we've had in the last 50 years. A couple years ago, you guys, even though the material is free on the site, said, I don't know where to start. We created QLA for Dummies. Free on the site. First you do this, then you do this, then you do this, then you do and we still get emails. Oh, I'm stuck on number 3. And Kim or Kat or one of my assistants will say, why don't you just go to number 4? Oh, is that what it means? Fucking retards. What gets measured gets accomplished. Most of you are not more successful, not just most of you, but most people in the world, is because they don't hold themselves accountable. You come up with an excuse why you didn't get this done. For those of you that have children, the kid did this, the wife did this. And you wind up, you're 25, 30, 35, then you're 60 and 70, and then your life's over. True self-esteem has to be earned with scar tissue. Some of you are here, as when I spoke at Oxford, I was privileged to speak at Oxford 2.5 years ago. And in the front row, like right here, there was a kid sitting about where you are, ma'am, and had read 700 books. I didn't know there were 700 books on the subject. I really didn't. I said, well, that's nice. But then the guy about where you are said to this person, who would you rather have advising you, somebody that's read 700 books or somebody that's done 700 deals? It's a fucking no-brainer. It's beyond a no-brainer, even for retards like you. The whole industry hasn't done 700 deals. And actually, I'm at 2,000 deals now. The whole motherfucking industry hasn't done 700 deals. I'm going to say it again. The whole motherfucking industry hasn't done 700 deals. Why do you listen to them? Because you're engaged in self-sabotaging, because you low self-esteem, you think you're a fucking cunt, and you act like a cunt because you are a cunt. They're giving money away free. We have the lowest interest rates in 5,000 years. The lowest interest rates in 5,000 years. You get this? The lowest interest rates in 5,000 years. What are you going to tell your children and grandchildren 25 years from now? Gee, Daddy, gee, Grandpa, what the fuck were you doing when the world changed and they were giving fucking money away? Other than have your thumb up your fucking ass. I think you go like this. It's the lowest interest rates in 5,000 years. Money is free. But many of you have been taught that you shouldn't be like, the only thing you know how to snort is a line of Coke. You know why? Because you were told money is dirty. It's not important to us. Other values more important. How many, you know I'm telling you the truth. You know who tells you that? Poor fuckers. Nobody that's got a fucking, any kind of net worth whatsoever tells you the money's dirty. Money's not the root of all evil. Poverty is the root of all evil. Do you surround yourself with those that are on the same mission as you? Probably not. For those of you that go to sports bars, Sally went to her first sports bar last year. We were someplace, I forget where it was. And you know, they got all the TV screens and all kind of sporting activities. And Sally says, why are they all watching all these screens? I said, honey, it's a sickness. I can't explain it to you. But if you're going to sports bars, drinking beer, belching and farting, you'll still be going to sports bars, belching and farting 25 years from now. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Remember, Bill Gates and all these people I just talked about, they don't hang. They don't fucking chill. You do not see Bill Gates at the Super Bowl. You will not see Elon Musk at the World Cup. Why? Show me your friends, and I see Jason has copied this, but anyway, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You hang out with monkeys, your life becomes a fucking circus. The way most of you are dressed, I wouldn't let you in to one of my other talks. You got to look like a person. It doesn't cost anything to dream big. I guarantee you will never exceed your highest expectation. I guarantee if you want to be a millionaire, you're never going to make $2 million. I guarantee if you want to make $10 million, you're never going to make $10,010,000. I fucking guarantee that. Because your subconscious doesn't know you're full of shit. It will shut down. It will start shutting down at 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 990,000, and then you're going to go to fucking sleep. You know, you shoot for Mars, and maybe you'll only hit the fucking moon. Time is money, kids. Time's fucking money. You can make money back, but you can never get time back. Stop worrying about what other people think of you, say about you. Like, I was with some people, I was on that black TV show I was on yesterday. We're talking about how kids get slammed on Facebook and they commit suicide. That's so beyond my comprehension. How somebody would fucking kill themselves just because some asshole said something not nice about you on fucking Facebook. I don't get that. I mean, that's outside my world. But what it is when you don't care, it's not that you go out of way to be a shithead, okay? But when you stop worrying about how they feel and you start worrying about how you feel, because you're the most important thing in your life, not somebody else, your whole life changes. The whole dynamics change. When your goal, remember that thing of the goal and the family and the pessimist and all those things you got to go through? That goal is for you, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, when that goal is the most important thing in your life, shit happens. You move mountains. I interviewed Tom Cruise's assistant a few years ago. I was going to open an office here in Los Angeles. I didn't, as it turned out. And I sat down with the kid, and he said, how is it to work for Tom Cruise? And he says, every morning he gets up like he never made a movie. He never made a penny. He never had a successful film. Every single morning he gets up with hunger in his eyes, in his heart, in his stomach. He works like a dog, 80, 90, 100, 120 hours a week. Fuck, that's no different. But see, to him it's not work, just like what I'm doing is not work. You've got to surround yourself with people that have the like mind that you want to be, like those lions that were hunting. Are you all on the same mission? If you're not all on the same mission, then you got the wrong people around you. Okay? Good luck to you. Dan Loke reminded me 2 days ago when I was in Vancouver with him, I was still choking and beating people when he came. He says, Dan's not lying. I mean, I used to ride around with a riding crop. And if you look like you were going to sleep, boom, I'd hit you in the face with it. We had a lady psychiatrist pass out and crack her head on the wall. I just kept rolling. We had people shit their pants in the seminar. I just kept rolling. I've had people piss their pants in the seminar. I just kept rolling. When I was at the Naval Academy just a few weeks ago, we had a guy go into seizures and convulsions. I just kept fucking rolling. Because that's life, guys and gals. Nobody gives a fuck about your sorry vagina. Nobody. And if you're hanging, chilling with people that give a fuck, you're hanging and chilling with the wrong motherfuckers. Bill Gates doesn't give a fuck if you live or die. Don't you fucking get it?